So hey guys, oh my God, we finally made it. So this road that we're on right now, we're in Cades Cove, going through the Smokey Mountains, which it's probably about 31 miles away from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. Um, and it's in this amazing, gorgeous 6,800 acre valley. It's so beautiful and serene out here. I didn't know, which I found out, that the European settlers settled here in, I think, the early 1800s. Um, there are so many historic buildings and restored churches. You're definitely going to want to pull over and take a look. You can go inside. Um, there's an old grist mill and a lot of pioneer cabins. The pioneer cabins alone, I think that I could have stayed here all day, just going in and out. And it's amazing how you can just see how they lived and how small their quarters were. And you kind of just get a feel for how life was out here way back in the 1800s. But the construction of the buildings, I think, amazed me the most. Like what they were able to do with the little that they had. So when you come in, you definitely want to keep a slow pace because you're probably going to see some form of wildlife out here. They have white-tailed deer and black bear, raccoons, and so people will tend to kind of pull over to the right and stop. And so if you see a traffic jam, it's probably because somebody's taking a look and they're seeing some sort of wildlife out there. You want to make sure that when you come into the main entrance, that you take this Cades Cove Loop Road, because this is going to take you through the loop, which is roughly 11 miles long. And as you see, it's a one-way. And so you'll have time to kind of just go at your own pace. They are open year-round, which is great. I mean, you can come in here in the winter time and kind of walk through here or drive through. The only time that there's some restriction is from May to September on Saturday and Monday. They're closed before 10 to all vehicles. So basically only bicyclists and hikers are allowed in here during that time. They kind of get the park to themselves, which I think is pretty cool. And the landscapes are spectacular. I know definitely you're going to be pulling over for those side shots, definitely, and you're going to fill up your camera because every corner there's a little dip that you can go down and you can take a walk. What you're going to see for sure, again, are those pioneer cabins. What's strange, something that I read is that there's no evidence that any Native Americans ever called this place home, which is kind of strange. It's the only place on the Tennessee side of the park, of the national park, with a working grist mill. Now, just think about that. It's the only place in the park that has that. And also, when you come in, take a look at the entrance because it's not the original entrance. So a lot of this information it's so intriguing when you read about it. So for the 100 years before the Smokey Mountains Park, residents and like all the visitors, they were entering and left Cades Cove by narrow unpaved roads. So the entrance that we came in on this ride wasn't built until after the park was established in like 1934. So and a lot of the restored churches too or buildings, they've been moved to. So some of them are not in their original places. And so today, the unpaved roads that were before this entrance were just mostly hiking trails, and visitors that visit the park use them. So there was a road that followed the same general route as today's Cades Cove Loop Road that was used by the early settlers. So their version of the road was kind of like a two-way unpaved road. Another crazy fact about Cades Cove is that it's the only part of the park that closes at night. So sunset, they're closed, but don't be worried if you get locked behind the gate, because there's another loop on the other side that you can go through to get out. But so just remember, when you're planning your trip, try to get there in the morning, because you want to take your time. I mean, it's only 11 miles, but you're going very slow, and you're going to want to stop and pull over and, check out all the scenic houses. And so it's not going to be a quick trip through here. So just take your time, go in the morning. You'll probably do some walking. So, if you're one to walk or a hiker, just throw some sneakers in your bags and take your time. It's so beautiful out here. I mean, this day was an amazing day. It was so warm out. And there were so many roads that we didn't come down, just not really knowing where to go through it, because again, this was our first time, and we just didn't have a lot of information. But definitely coming back, there are so many other historical buildings that I want to see coming down here. And you're amazed when you're looking to the left or looking to the right, you just start staring out there into nothing, and it's so peaceful. But as you can see, like all the cars parked on the side, I mean, people just get out and they just walk. I don't quite remember this building on the right. I think this was one of the restored churches, and I so wanted to go in there, but really it was hot. It was just so hot that day, and I said, we'll come back and do it another day. But you're gonna definitely want to pull over and check those places out. We did have a stop, I think, coming up soon, where there was a little backup. We didn't actually see any wildlife, unfortunately, but from all the videos I've seen, there's definitely been some people who say that they have seen wildlife. It would have been great to see that. I think I would have been a little bit scared, though, too, on two wheels. I mean, not having anything covering me. So maybe I would have liked to see it, but from afar, not up close. So enjoy the rest of the ride. And again, this is Cades Cove, which goes through the Smokey Mountains, about 31 miles away from Pigeon Forge, Tennessee. So it's a definite place to take your two wheels and go through. And I hope you guys have a good time. And like, comment, and share, please. Let me know if you've been through here and if you've seen some of those historic places. And we'll catch up with you later. Enjoy the ride.